Hi, everybody. Okay, we are back. I am Michelle Solis from This Must Be Ink, and we are going to do some Sentimental Wishes projects now. So I am not sure why I love this set so much. I think it's just because it's kind of vintage, and it's got that vintage look to it, which is probably why they called it Sentimental Christmas, because it did remind me of like the wrapping paper from when I was a kid. So the Sentimental Christmas suite is on page 29 in the catalog. It comes with all of these things. Comes with the Sentimental Wishes stamp set, the dies. You get these druzy embellishments and this ribbon in what color is that? Shaded spruce. And then this beautiful paper. We're using one sheet of that paper today. Actually, two sheets of that paper today. Two of my favorites. Okay, so let's just jump in. Let's see where we are. Alrighty, so let me show you a couple of projects that I did with this set. So this is one that I've done. This is an easel card that opens a little bit differently. It opens up this way, and then this part folds out, and then it stands up like that. So it will look like this when you see it standing. So I thought that was a pretty one. This is one of my favorite patterns with the trees. And I think it's the colors that I love in this paper. It's Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock, real pretty. Then I did this one with the little reindeers. So this is a piece of the designer series paper that has the little reindeers. And then I used the stamp here that is this piece of like evergreen holly piece to create a tag in the background here. And then I just used not the ribbon that came with the set, a Pretty Peacock ribbon there. And these circles were done with the Spotlight on Nature dies. Okay, so those are two of the cards that I created. Then I did these. So this is called a drapery fold. It's been quite a while since I did this fold. I did it a way back with like some floral paper. But I thought this Sentimental Wishes paper really kind of lent itself to this type of a fold. So this is the one that we are going to do today. And if we have time, I'm also going to show you the bookmark that is on, what was that, page 2? Page 4. There's a cute little bookmark. Okay, if we have time, we'll see what happens. All right, let's get this rolling. So for this card, we're going to need a card base. And actually you need two, because you can make two cards out of one 6x6 piece of paper with this fold. So you'll have a card base that's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then you're going to have a mat that is 4 by 5 1/4. And then you'll have your designer series paper that's 6x6. And then you'll have a piece for inside, which is 4 by 5 1/4 as well. Let's set that aside for now. Oops, knocking things over. All right, so first, the drapery fold. We are going to score this 6x6 paper. And I will use my trimmer this time. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to score this 6x6 paper, and we are going to score it at 3/4 of an inch. Again, be careful scoring DSP. Don't score it too hard. Then you're going to go to 1 inch. Ooh, okay. Let's get it straight. And then you're going to do 1 3/4 inches. 2 inches. 2 3/4, 3 inches, 3 3/4, and 4. So you're going to have a bunch of score lines in there. Oh, sorry. And then what we're going to do, your score lines are going this way. Well, I did them this way. You're going to turn your paper. So now your score lines are going landscape. And you're going to cut your paper in half. So we're going to cut it at 3 inches. So now you'll have 2 pieces that are 6 by 3. Okay, so now it's just all in the folding. So we're going to do this one. It's hard to see these score lines because they're light. We're going to do this one with this side. So we're going to, one second, let me get oriented here. I think we have to fold back, forward first, and then back. No, we're going to forward back and then forward. Hang on. I always have to remember. Oh, I forgot to do the diagonal. No wonder. This is not working. All right, back to the trimmer. Sorry, we forgot the other cut. So what we need to do is get a pencil, and we're going to make a tick mark at 1.5 inches on the side. So we're going to put our paper back into the trimmer, and this time you want it with the largest area. You're going to have all your score lines here, and then this panel is going to be the largest. You want that toward you. So we're going to put a tick mark at 1.5 inches on the opposite side over there. And then we're going to cut from this first score line to that tick mark at a diagonal. And that's how we get that shape. Sorry, forgot that. Set that on that one. And then we'll bring the other piece back in. You're going to have that large panel on the other side. And I'm going to do that on this one. We're going to use this side of the paper. So we'll have 2 cards. So we're going to make a tick mark at 1.5 inches on the opposite side from this big panel. And then we're going to go from the first score line to that tick mark. Line those both up in your channel and cut so you get this diagonal. So you should actually have this shape now. That should work better. Okay. So we're going to fold forward and then back. There, that's working now. All right, so when you fold forward and then back, what you're going to do is you're going to see the other side of the paper there. So forward and then back at each set of score lines. I can't see the score line here. I can't see the score line here. 1 second. It's the only problem with scoring lightly is that then you can't see it. I missed something here. All right, let's do it with this one. Sorry. Forward and then back. Forward and then back. Forward and then back. And forward. And oh, where's the back? There's the back. That last score line was just too light. All right, so then we're going to just burnish those folds so they're nice and flat. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to get this accordion fold. Okay, And that should fit right onto your mat. So you should be able to line this up on your mat, this side here. And then when this is all flat, this should fit onto, come right to the edge here. And if one of them is going to fit perfectly and the other one is going to be just a smidge over, don't ask me why. It's like physics or something. I don't understand it, but you'll just trim that off. So what we're going to do is just stick down these little flaps. You can just use a little dot of glue in the little flaps to hold them. And then we can adhere this to our card. Okay, but I did do a little stamping right here. So this is going to fit on here. We're going to stamp right here. And on this card, I did it in the Pretty Peacock, which is the card base color. But this one has got, I think this is, oh no, this might be Poppy Parade. I'm going to get Poppy Parade. Okay, we're going to just do Poppy Parade on this one. So I've got my For Someone Special. And I'm going to stamp that before I glue this on. Actually, I might want to do this top stamping as well before I glue this on, just in case I have to flip it over if I make a boo-boo. All right, so we've got Let's Celebrate the Season for the top. Oh, I can't decide. Let me go to this side. Go here. Okay, now we can glue this on. So we'll put some adhesive on this panel. And just line that up to the bottom edge and the side. And then we're going to just put some glue on this last panel and glue that down. Okay. And then if you've got a little bit sticking out, you can trim it off. Okay. And then I added some ribbon. This suite comes with this beautiful shaded spruce ribbon. So we're going to use some of that. And I'm going to use some tape runner, which I never use. But I think this was also in the scrapbooking, supplemental scrapbooking brochure. They had some Close to My Heart adhesive runner in there. And I bought some of that to see if it worked any better for me. So far, so good. All right, so we're going to trim. Oh my goodness, I need to sharpen my scissors. We're going to get some ribbon wrapped around here. And then we're going to adhere that to the front of our card. probably should have used a red base for this, but I think this looks just as good. Okay, and then we're going to just do a bow. So what I do here is put my ribbon underneath and then figure out how much I need for a bow. All right, so I'm just going to cut it here. And I'm going to make a bow. I'm going to attempt a bow live on camera. Never goes well. Oh, too short there. All right, that's as good as it gets. There we go. And I already, and he's too big. All right, one moment. Bow's gonna have to go over here. Put this right here. All right, so let me get some dimensionals. I already die cut this stocking and colored him in. You can also use the die that cuts this stocking out to cut the stocking out of one of the sheets of designer series paper. I love that when they coordinate the dies to the paper. Nope. Oh my goodness. My entire video will be of just me trying to tie this bow. All right, we're making a knot. No, we're not. We're going to make a bow. We can do it. Ah, there we go. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay. Whew. There we go. And then we can put some of these druzy embellishments on here. So they come in this gold, almost like a champagne color, and this clear, but you can color them. So I did color them. This is shaded spruce. That matches the ribbon. I'm going down here. Okay, so there's one. Cute. Where are we? 49. Okay, so the other one, I'm going to have to go back and rescore this, but the other one would be this side of the paper, and it will go this way and create a second card. But I'm going to have to rescore that because I can't see the score line here. So there you go. That is the drapery fold card. And you can go back and listen to the measurements again so that you can do those score lines and get that fold. Okay, so real quick, we'll jump over and see if we can get this bookmark made. So I loved this little bookmark. This Sentimental Wishes designer series paper is the give back paper in the catalog this year. And for every designer series paper pack that they sell of this paper, they're doing, I think it's $3 donation for children's literacy, which I think is awesome. And I always want to buy whatever paper they are doing. Each year they do a different one and they give money to different charity, so or different cause. So that's what it's all about this year, and I love this paper. All right, so we're going to do this little tag. I made this one in the green. The one in the catalog is red and green. That's what we're going to do today. Made this little tassel and made this one for my husband. Shh, don't tell. For Christmas. And so I'm going to make another one today. You don't have to personalize it with a name. You could just put Read on there, or you could do Joy. Today we're going to do Noel. All right, so your paper that you're going to start with, your bookmark base is 2x6, and then you're going to need a piece of designer series paper. And this I did 2 by 6 3/4 because we want to have some that we're going to trim off. So we're going to decide where our paper is going to go, whether we're going to show this little deer or this little deer. I think I designed it to do this bottom one here. So we're going to make a little tick mark on the side of our bookmark at 4 inches. And that is where we're going to line up our paper. So we're going to glue it here. Okay. And just line that up to the edge. Now you're going to have some that's going to stick off this edge, and we're going to trim that off. And then that's the piece that's going to be the bottom here. So in order to make this diagonal cut, what we're going to do is you'll go from this edge here down to here. So we're going to just make a little tick mark on our paper there. And we'll know that that's where we have to cut. So you can do it again with your scissors, or you can put it into your trimmer with the corner in your channel and then line it up to the tick mark in your channel and cut, and you'll get that angle that you need there. And that will just glue on just like that. And if you do have a little bit of a gap, it's no big deal because you're going to put this little piece on. So we'll get some glue here. Get that on there. Okay, so this little piece that goes across here, this is a 1/4 inch. I think this one is like 4 inches long. You want it long enough so that it's going to go across at the angle, and you can just trim off the edges. So we're going to just put some glue right here. And we will put our little strip on. I'm putting it toward the bottom because I didn't want to cover up too much of that reindeer. It's my favorite part of the paper. This is, I think, my favorite pattern in the pack is this reindeer paper. Okay. All right, so to make the little tab at the top, this actually is in from a die set, which I did not write down. But what I didn't have that die set, so I thought, well, what am I going to do? So I used the Stylish Shapes dies, and I created this banner. And then what I'm going to do is just cut that in half, or get a little piece of it that I'm going to put up here at the top. I think I used a wider one there. Oh, I did use a wider one there. That's all right. So I'm going to put that up at the top, upside down. And then you'll just make your hole up there. I think I made this big hole with a punch that I had. But I'm not sure that's going to fit on this smaller size. So we're going to just use our hand punch again. Maybe. Maybe. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to do our letters. These letters were made with dies that are no longer available, but there are 2 alphabet dies available right now. One is the alphabet a la mode, which I believe they show on the tag in the catalog. And then there's also the mini alphabet dies that you can get. So what I did was I cut these letters out in 2 colors. I did the green. This is garden green and white. And then what I'm going to do is layer them. So what I did was use my little tweezers. These you can buy with the embossing kit. I don't know what this is called, the embossing tools, but there is a reverse tweezer that comes with that set that works this way. When you push it, they open, and when you let go, it holds on. And that's what you need for all these little pieces. So what you'll do is just put some glue on your letter, and you're going to just offset it a bit with the white one. To create that look. Okay, and then you will glue those on. Because we're running out of time here, let me show you really quick how to make this tassel. All right, so the tassel, I did not measure how long a piece you need, but you need to go around 3 fingers about a dozen times. Yes, I need more of this twine now. I'm going to have to order more. All right, so you get this. Hang on to that. Take another little piece and feed it through and tie it off. Now let me think for a second. Yeah, I got to make this longer. All right, so we have to make this longer so it will tie on. So let's cut it here. I'm going to tie this off. Make a little knot. Okay, so that's the top. That's what you're going to put onto your thing. And then this is the tassel part. So what we'll do is bring our scissors in, and you just want to go get it taut and then cut. And that's going to create your little tassel. But see how it looks funky? You have to wrap the top of it so that it'll create that nice tight tassel. So just get it all together. Take another piece of twine and go around a couple times. And then make a knot. Easier said than done. There we go. All right, and then just cut those off. All right, so now you've got this little tassel, and you can just trim it up if there's a long piece in there. Trim those off. And then you can attach that to your bookmark. Make a knot at the top. And then you can go through and put your little tassel through the loop. And you've got your little tassel on your bookmark. There you go. Oh, all my little letters went flying. I forgot I didn't stick them on. All right. So there you go. That's your little tassel for your bookmark. Ta-da! What do you think, everybody? I forgot to open up the comments so I could see. Okay, so hopefully you like that, and hopefully you will give that a try. I hope you guys gift some books to people for Christmas. That's one of my favorite things to do, especially for kids. And hopefully you will get a pack of that paper so that $3 of your purchase will go toward children's literacy. That's it for me, lady. I think I just made it in time. Okay, so we will be taking a break for lunch, and then we will be back at, what time did we say we're coming back? 12:30. 12:30, we'll be back with some decorative trees, right, Lorraine? Okay, perfect. All right, so that's it for us, guys, and we'll see you at 12:30.